Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today is Thursday, the 12th of November. Yesterday was 11/11, and last night Declan Quigley took us on a shamanic journey dealing with the whole spiritual nature and the spiritual significance of 11/11. But 11/11 to most people has got another significance, and that's because it was the date on which World War I ended. 11/11, 1918. And that's what we'll be dealing with over the next few days. War is not something that happens by chance or by accident or by coincidence, because there's no such thing. War is deliberate. War is planned. No country ever just drifts or floats into war. That's not the way it happens. Every war is part of a government agenda. And with government agendas go the whole idea of propaganda. The propaganda machines are rolled out to make people think and act the way governments want them to think and act, and to get the response that they require. And this was seen very clearly in World War I. Young men sent out to fight an old men's war. Young men encouraged to go out for adventure, excitement, to see the world. They'll be home by Christmas. They'll come home to a land fit for heroes. That was the propaganda machine rolled out. But unfortunately, the reality was not what the propaganda machine promised them. And that's what we're going to be looking at in the next week. The whole idea about war. And we're calling this week the Pity of War Week. I'll be posting from tomorrow onwards, that's Friday the 13th, I'll be posting a series of videos dealing first of all with the whole propaganda machine. How the young men were encouraged to go out for excitement and adventure. And then we're going to move into the reality, the shocking reality of World War I. And not just World War I, but World War II, the Vietnam War, the Korean War, the wars in the Middle East, and the present war we're in. Because remember, we are in war at the moment. This is World War III. A different kind of warfare. A spiritual warfare, a psychological warfare, and the main weapon being used against us is fear. Fear is not an emotion. Fear is a vibration. And it's fear that's pulling people down at the moment. And the unfortunate thing is that most people do not even realise we're on a battlefield. We are on a battlefield here. We are fighting for survival. And we need to take that in, and we need to deal with it. After we finish the videos, Declan will then be coming to you. We have 2 psycho pumps coming up, 2 shamanic journeys coming up. So, Declan, you can explain those to us, please.
Yes, Eileen, for my contribution to this Pity of War Week, I want to firstly look at the huge trauma that has occurred through World War I and other wars, a huge loss of life, the huge soul loss event. And as a psychopomp journey, I want to journey to those individuals that are trapped because of their trauma, because of what they've experienced, and try and pass those souls over back to their home in the spirit world. My second journey will be in relation to this war on our hearts and minds, on our spirit. And our only way of combating that at the moment is through keeping ourselves in a place of grace, a place of positivity. So I will be journeying to the upper world to connect with spirits there, to keep us in balance and keep us in that space of positivity.
There's no doubt about it, we are in a battle here between the forces of darkness and the forces of light. And when you go into a dark room, how do you get rid of the dark? You don't brush it up in a bag and take it away. You turn on the light switch. The darkness doesn't go anywhere. The light transmutes it into the light. So as long, as Declan said, as long as we can keep our vibration high and keep the light switched on, the darkness will not be able to seep through. For our own mental health, we have got to do that. And one of us, just one of us sending out love and light all the time, the positivity, will counteract 1,000 people sending out fear and negativity. We've got to do it. We have no choice, and we can do it. So hopefully you will join us beginning tomorrow, 13th, right through for about another week, and then the last 2 nights we will join Declan live on Facebook for the shamanic journeys. Thank you for joining us, and namaste.
Thanks for joining us. Namaste.